couple of things to cover today. Aggravated assaults. We had a stabbing that happened yesterday afternoon. This was around 6:30 p.m. It was in the 400 block of East 8th Street. We had a couple of guys that were walking down the street, and then we had another person that came up and stabbed one of the guys that were walking. What we've been able to piece together really wasn't anything that came before this. There wasn't any conversation. There wasn't any incident that happened. It was just the guys walking, and then all of a sudden one of them was attacked. The suspect had a knife with him. He stabbed the victim in the kind of the back torso area and then took off running. We had officers that found the suspect that was near 8th Street and Main Avenue. Just a short time after that, the suspect still had the knife with him. He was taken into custody without incident. He was arrested. The victim, I didn't mention that, the victim is a 17-year-old from Sioux Falls is his address. The injuries he had were non-life-threatening injuries. He was taken to the hospital for treatment. The suspect had a small cut on his hand. He was taken to the hospital, received treatment, and then was released and then taken to jail. The charges we have for him are aggravated assault, abuse or cruelty to a minor, carrying a concealed weapon. And I'm guessing you want his name. Last name, I'll spell it, is Torrescuadrado. First is Luis, Luis. Middle is Orlando, Orlando. And he's 25. We're not sure where he's from, to be honest. Believe he's a transient, maybe of some sort, but we haven't had any contact with him in Sioux Falls. We think he just recently arrived here, but we're not sure where he came from. So I don't have a lot of details on where he may be from. Any questions on that? Okay. The other one was an aggravated assault, domestic. This was last night, maybe around 9 p.m. This was between an ex-boyfriend and an ex-girlfriend. The ex-boyfriend was riding a motorcycle and was stopped on Lyons Avenue at the intersection with 12th Street. There's a traffic light there. He was in traffic. There was a car in front of him and a car behind him. The ex-girlfriend, our suspect, came with a car and basically kind of drove up next to him and then angled her car so it was partially in front of his motorcycle. He tried to kind of go around her, and she drove forward. He was able to get off the bike, and she continued driving and drove on top of the motorcycle. So there's no injuries. It was basically he was stopped, and then she kind of came in from the angle, and I think it was a fairly slow speed that this happened. So he was actually, I think I said that, but no injuries from him. She was arrested for just the one count of aggravated assault domestic. Do you want her name? Are we good?
Yeah.
Yes, name. Last name is Hurley, Hurley. First is Jamie, Jamie. Middle is Lynn, Lynn, and she is 38 from Sioux Falls. Good on those. Okay. The other aggravated assaults are reports, basically. One was a domestic, the other was a late report, something that happened a couple of months ago. Burglaries are all reports. Really nothing of note out of the disorderlies. I think everything after that is all reports as well. Sex offenses are all reports, no arrests from those. Nothing suspicious with either unattended death, but we're still investigating them. And vandalisms, nothing concentrated in one area. The only other thing I was going to mention is in southeast Sioux Falls, we're going to have some roads that are closed. Saturday morning is the Avera Race Against Cancer race, and so there's going to be quite a few different roads that are impacted, mainly along Southeastern, in between there, and then South Bonson Avenue. We sent some stuff out on social media, on Facebook and Twitter, and then Obviously, things were released to the media from there, but there's a press release that has all the details of all the specific roads. But basically, that area, Southeastern and Bonson Avenue area, will be impacted from roughly about 7 a.m. to hopefully about 10:30 a.m. Depending on the different races and when people complete them, there may be some roads that open up sooner, but there'll be barricades set up. We just want people to know there's going to be a lot of pedestrians in the area, a lot of people parking in neighborhoods. So just if you're driving in that area, plan ahead, make sure that you're taking alternate routes, and then also watching for pedestrians if you happen to be driving in the neighborhood. That's it, unless you guys have any questions for me. Okay, thanks.